Welcome to spooky season content on my channel. I have a lot of spooky season content planned. I am very excited. The rest of this video was filmed in like July and August, and you can see there's a bit of a time gap in two of the clips. There's one clip where recording on the grass and the grass is dead. Which is really sad. It's like brown and orange, and then in the next clip it is bright green. As I'm editing it and watching it back, for me it's a little hard to follow along, so I really hope that it is clear and you're able to follow along. The beginning is kind of like a story portion. I'm storytelling, and sometimes my storytelling goes backwards. Middle, ending, beginning kind of gets a little interesting. So when I was really young, I was really into paranormal investigations. Me and my sister were always very much into paranormal investigations. And it's just been something we watch together, that we're interested in, that we talk about. And it's really interesting for me to, especially now, as I accept and own more of my psychic abilities, being an empath, being a psychic, being a medium, being an intuitive guide, an energy healer. As a young child, I could see spirits, and I mostly connected with angels. Angels, other spirit guides, my spirit guides. My spirit guides have changed over the years, but I have always really connected with the other side and with different dimensions, different realms, different planes, different timelines, even my own timelines and different lives that I've had. I've been really connected with just other things that we can't see in this physical experience. And so growing up, I loved paranormal investigations. I loved watching shows with psychics and mediums and different teams going to homes and helping people with their paranormal experiences and helping them live a better life. And just, whether it's learning about information about the land, about the history, about cleansing the space, about healing the space, healing for the people that live in the space, just different things like that. It's been really interesting for me growing up, watching that kind of stuff. And when I started to get into energy healing, over 4.5 years ago, I started getting energy healing. Almost 5 years ago, I was just healing myself because I was going through so much different chronic health issues, physical health issues. And I started doing physical healing journey, which led into my emotional, mental, inner child healing journey, the whole thing. And, I believe we're always on this journey of evolution and growth and change. And so I was going through that. And recently I've come back into my passion for paranormal investigations, just because I find it so interesting. And again, I've been watching these shows and watching different psychics and mediums and opinions and perspectives and theories since I was very young. I have my own perspectives, opinions, and theories since I was very young, and I've formulated and formed different theories that I have and opinions and the way that I see the world, the way that I see energy, the way that I see things. And it's developed, of course, over the years, especially since I've accepted more of my psychic abilities and energy healing gifts. Over the years, my opinion has just evolved and changed, and I've been watching various people in this realm, in this field, since I was young. And I want to say 12 years old, but I want to say even younger than that. I've talked to different psychics, I've talked to different mediums and different people in the community, especially in Toronto, as I've lived there my whole life. And I did a lot of networking in Toronto when I started my energy healing journey. And it's just so interesting. Like Earth is so interesting, like Gaia is so interesting. Just the land, the grids, the ley lines, the mysteries that are on Earth and the miracles that are on Earth. There's just so much wisdom, depth, history, so much energy that I'm just very curious about. And as an energy healer, I've also stepped into the space of sending Earth, Mother Earth, energy healing and love, and connecting with Gaia as a spirit guide, as a friend, as a mentor, and just sending her love and light, and grid working as well. Grid working I find is super interesting and incredible. And grid working is also like sending energy healing and love and light to Gaia good working is many things. There's many different opinions on what this means. And so, of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have my own opinions on what that is, and it's going to be different for each and every person. For sure, each and every person's going to have a different opinion, which is what I love. And I love to watch and listen to other people, especially different psychics and mediums and healers and investigators, paranormal investigators, talk about their experiences, talk about the places they've been, the land they've been on, different information they've picked up on from spirits, from spirit guides, from different energies in the land, from the elements. And it's really interesting and quite beautiful and quite amazing and very unique. I'm very excited to show this next part of this video. It's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. It's something that is going to grow and transform, and let me know what you think. I'm very curious to see where this takes me, and I might need some help with this. And with the next part of this video, this is going to continue and grow as I travel and move around and explore different things, explore different lands. Yeah, and this is just going to evolve in my energy healing journey and my journey in exploring life, exploring Earth, exploring Gaia, exploring the land, different pieces of land. And so, roll the clip. So I've tried to start this video a few minutes ago, but my Wi-Fi is a little spotty, so we'll see how this goes. I'm really excited. I got these packages in the mail, finally, and I wanted to open them on video for the first time. Not open them before, but open them on video. And my sister and my niece were over, and they opened them without me. Did not know I wanted to open them on video, obviously, but yeah, so they already opened them. That's fun. I actually wanted to do this right close to the water because I find that the water would have been nicer to connect to because the water holds energy. Anyways, I've already kind of peeked inside this one. I haven't opened my other one yet, but I got 2 packages here. Where that can take me. And so I certainly connect with my own loved ones, and I see spirits all the time. So it's very interesting. These thingies, do they light up? Or it's really light outside, so maybe you won't be able to see it, but you see those lights going off in there? So that's what happens. So if you click this button here, these lights go off. It's a cat ball. It's for cats. You basically use it to, like, spirits can touch this, and if it goes off by itself, then it's theorized that something touched it, like a spirit. So the video that you just saw, basically I had to send most of it back because it wasn't working. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Like, it wasn't a spirit box. So I had to send spirit box and the EMF detector back because they were sold together. So I had to send both of them back and got some new stuff. The stuff that I got hopefully is actually what it's meant to be. Meant to be a spirit box, so hopefully that actually works. I did keep the cat balls, which are right here. Oh, and my sage already blew out. I was burning sage in Palo Santo. My computer went on strike because it got too hot where I was sitting before, so I had to move locations. And the cat balls are now, I don't know if you can see them, hopefully, yes. This is where my hand, oh, maybe you can't. Yeah, right there. Actual instructions, which is good, but I don't read instructions that often. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so this is the EMF reader, which stands for electromagnetic frequencies. And so did it not come with batteries? My other one came with batteries. Well, it's got screws in the back, so I'm gonna have to unscrew it, put the batteries in. Okay, that's fine. Well, it came with this chart, this EMF chart on what has electromagnetic frequencies. So it is theorized, also proven by science, but I'm not a sciencey person. I am an energy healer. But spirits hold electromagnetic frequencies, our phone, our computer, our technology, but also spirits. And so it said that these meters can read their energy. So if it is going off, either there is something physical that's giving off an EMF, or if there's nothing there that would give off an EMF, it's just, which I can look to my handy dandy list, then it could be spirit. So another thing with EMF is that, because it says, you know, the questions here is what is EMF, why measure EMF, and what levels are safe, and what we can do about it. So our phones and our computers and technology and TVs and things like that can give off an electromagnetic frequency. It's not that healthy for our energy bodies to be experiencing that. And so in energy work, you can actually remove EMF frequencies coming from computers, technology, phones, whatever, from the field to help clear the field and to have a more healthy, clean energy body. So I do a lot of that work in my own personal work and for clients as well, is to clear the auric field of EMF energy coming from technology. This is what I am most excited about. I got an S box, which is what I thought I was buying last time, but it's really cool. This is what it looks like. So this scans radio frequencies. So basically it is a radio, but it's turned into a spirit box. When you sweep frequencies, the radio frequencies, backwards at a certain rate, spirits can use that to manipulate and say words through the box. That's why it's called the S box. So it's the spirit box. That's why it's called S box. There's different spirit boxes like the SB7, SB11, things like that. But I just started with the S box for a certain reason that I'm going to explain in a moment. So this is my little radio. This is made to be a ghost scanner spirit box thing. So it actually comes with instructions on how to actually use it, which is really cool. Moment of truth right here. Let's see if I bought the right one. Amazing. Oh my gosh, it works. Okay, it's really big. They're really big. Ugh. So those of you that are into paranormal investigations, you might know what this is. You might know what I'm doing here. Those of you who don't know, if you use headphones and spirit box, this is what's called the Estes method. And basically it's spirit communication, but you're using this tool and your own intuition, your own intuitive abilities to communicate and relay messages, so to speak. So you kind of become the spirit box. And so you lose your senses. So the headphones are drowning out the noise, and I have one ear open because I actually can't really hear out of this ear. It's actually really muffled. And so you put the radio super loud. It sweeps backwards to allow the spirits to communicate through the box, picking words. And you're supposed to use a blindfold as well. You don't really have to, but it's part of the thing. You wear a blindfold, you can't hear anything, and so your sight and your hearing is gone, so your other senses are heightened, which means your psychic senses, your spiritual senses. And you kind of go into this meditative state where you're just hearing the sweep over and over and over again, and you can hear the words. They say a little bit more clearly. I guess it just depends. Then you say what you're hearing, but you kind of go into this meditative state. You're not supposed to do it for too long of a period of time because you are meditating. And I personally believe, I'm theorizing, that you kind of slip into an alternate state, a different dimension, because this is what happens to me when I am meditating, when I'm channeling. This is basically a way of channeling, but with physical tools. So I channel not using any physical tools. I channel just using my psychic senses. But to someone who hasn't developed their psychic senses, they can use this because it's kind of like the same thing, very similar, and it's really, really cool. So I wanted to get this just to try it out, and I am on my actual property, so I am not ghost hunting right now. I kind of made a pact before I started recording. I spoke with my spirit team, and I basically told them, I'm setting up new rules and new boundaries going forward for this type of thing, that I only accept and allow communication from my divine spirit team, and any energy that would like to communicate with me needs to communicate through them first. That's just kind of how I do things in general as a channel. but also moving forward in investigating different pieces of land, because that's actually my goal, is to investigate different pieces of land and provide healing for that land if it is for the highest and best of the land and the people surrounding it. So I don't know where that's coming from. There's like a whole bunch of like dusty dirt particles coming from the tree. I didn't even turn this on. I'm gonna actually unplug this for now. Everything needs to be charged. It's not charged. Okay, it is charged. Shh, it's so loud. Oh my god, that's the lowest it can go. It's really loud. I guess it's supposed to be loud because it's meant to be used for the Estes method. It's supposed to be really loud. I don't know what all the buttons mean. Charge before use. I never do that. Where's the SD slot? Oh, there's an SD slot for recording. Flashlight, bro. Scan slower, hold for reverse. 11. Okay. Xbox. Shh, so loud. Scanning. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. I was just sweeping random channels like really, really, really fast at a rapid rate. And then I went to go pause the sweep. I paused the sweep on 88.8. Oh, it's like flickering. I don't know if you can read it. Okay, so hold up. Thank you for watching this week's video. If you like this type of content, if you want to see more, if you want to see me exploring different pieces of land or things with my new equipment, definitely let me know. Comment down below, subscribe so I know that you enjoy this content. Hope you enjoy the start of spooky season. I'm really excited for the video that's actually going to be coming out after this one as well, because it coincides with both of them in terms of paranormal investigations. So, bye friends!